Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. I'm at the top of the Tambopado Hostel and I have my very amazing new friend here. Please tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Evelyn Melgar.
And you're a university student?
I finished the university, now
Okay.
I'm working at the university.
Okay, and you have a degree in environmental engineering.
Mhm.
So can you tell me exactly what is a degree in environmental engineering about? What do you do?
Well, when you study environmental engineer, we analyze the process in industries and we avoid the impacts they create to the environment, and also we make studies to recover some systems that are damaged like the soil, and we try to recover any kind of impact that has to prevent and also to recover any impact in the environment.
And why are you in Puerto Maldonado? Because you live in Lima, but you're here in Puerto Maldonado, which is the jungle. It's
Yeah.
It's far from Lima.
Yeah, well, I came here because we had a conference that we gathered a lot of universities from different places in the world, and we talk about how can we implement sustainability and how to give that message to the students. And we came here to talk about this. So I present my experience in the university. We were working about waste management. We are talking about eco-efficiency, and they also talk about the experience in different universities, how they are working. And after that, we have a moment to talk about the problems here in Puerto Maldonado, where there is a lot of problems with mining and deforestation, and we all agree, and there is a great role that the university has to play, because we are in charge of the food and the people who's going to work there, who's going to work everywhere, and we all agree that there is a great effort that we have to make to get to them to change their minds.
So your focus at the university is on waste management. And one of the things that you're doing is you're working with the university to change the curriculum, to change some of the things that you're teaching in the engineering programs. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. We're trying to organize the university so the university can be, according to what they teach, because sometimes we teach about how things should be, but we don't practice in the university. So we have made a great effort, and now we are seeing the results, because the university now has like all the systems, and we're trying to enhance the recycling programs and to recover all the waste that is produced, and also to avoid generation of them. And in the other hand, we are trying to work with the students so they can see this change in the university, and that will inspire them that it's possible to make this inside the university. What we are making, we want to take this everywhere, and so it's possible to generate profit to people who doesn't have it. And what we are trying to make them is to change their minds through activities in education, and we want them to believe that it's possible to have a sustainable development. So everywhere they work, any industry, any government, everywhere they work, they can go and not being just a worker that does what the boss says, but a worker that is gonna make change.
Somebody who finds solutions.
Exactly.
Okay. So I want to comment. You're wearing beautiful jewelry. This is made locally in Peru.
Yeah.
But there's no gold in this jewelry. Gold is a big thing here because Peru has a lot of gold. But you're not wearing any gold. Why aren't you wearing any gold?
Well, I don't use gold for a simple reason, because there is not a way that I can know for sure that this gold isn't coming from a place like here. And there is a reason why many people use gold, and I understand sometimes we used to look prettier, or we used to different situations, but I avoid the use of this product, because here, for example, we have a great problem, because we take the gold from the forest, and this activity comes with a lot of problems, deforestation. They contaminate the river, the soil. Many people die for it, and also there is a lot of problem because they kidnap girls and they use like for prostitution in these places. So I think that there is a lot of bad things that come with the use of it. I mean, if you can be sure where it comes from, maybe then it's justified. But many people can't.
So you say people die because of the gold. So how are different ways people die? Like people die because they're on land and somebody takes their land. If they won't leave, then they're going to kill them.
Yeah, well, there's a
Or
lot of ways because the people who work there first, they don't have the conditions they should have to work. So there is a lot of accidents at the level of the people who work there, they die. And also the people who wants to get there, like this is some free zones, there is no police, there is no government, there is just there anything can happen. So maybe if you mess with me, you have more gold than with the gold I have, I can just kill you and take your gold. There isn't any kind of control.
and what about the children? What happens to the children?
Well, they have a lot of problems because, for example, here they have to really take care of the children, of the girls, because sometimes they just kidnap the girls and they are going to these places. And also because there's like these contaminations, the mercury, for example, it goes to the river where there's the fish. So the fish stores the poison in their skins, and when people eat it, they get poisoned. And maybe you don't see that like in the short term, because it's like storaging in your body, and then you have problems, people die early, and there's a problem that we have, this.
And it affects the ability of the children to learn.
Yeah, of course. And for example, we have, like, not here really, but there is a problem in another part in Peru that's called Cerro de Pasco, and it was like a really big problem. There is like, because the children there, you can see them if you go there. You see they are really small, and they can learn.
They can't learn.
They can't learn. They drop school really easily because it's too hard for them, because they have like this contamination that's in the air, it's in the water, it's in the soil, and all for that so we can get medals. And I know the minery, it's important in many industries to create goods, but in some places, some things are just unnecessary, and we should be able to take smart decisions. We are not robots. We live in a world where everybody's connected. I can be using, a shirt that comes from another country, and so because of that, we are all connected. Everything I do has an impact in somebody else living in a place that's really far from I.
Right. For example, somebody who lives in North America or in Canada, in my country, if somebody in my country buys gold, it's almost a guarantee that somebody in Peru is going to die.
For sure.
Because the gold, there's such a high price attached to that gold. People only think about how much they paid for it in money, but they don't understand what the price is in human life, or in human health, or in the health of the forest. Because you said you've seen aerial pictures, you have video of what the forest looks like from the airplane.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Yeah, it's terrible because there is like in a few years we have destroyed a lot of territory of forest. We have taken the forest from us, and we all know that the forest is it's for us. It's our health. It's the way that we have to purify our air, but we are just destroying this to create a good. And it's like people in our country, sometimes they forget that we are all connected. And I think it will be important for everybody everywhere to know that we are not robots. We can make decisions that are smart, and we have to think about others.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'm really happy that we met. I look forward to hearing more about the work you're doing at the University in Lima, because it's the universities where the future students, the students that are there now, those are the future leaders of our countries.
Sure.
And if we train them on ways that are more sustainable and have people thinking a little bit differently, what happens if I buy gold? Well, it affects other people. And this is a lesson that we need to know all over the world, that we are all connected, that the air that we breathe here in the Amazon, and we have amazing air in the Amazon. It's really, you come from Lima where the air is bad.
Yeah.
And it's because it's dirty there. But here, because there's so many trees and the forest is so alive, the air and the oxygen here is amazing. And if we don't protect that, then all of us are going to be in trouble. Everywhere around the world.
Sure.
So thank you so much, and I'm going to come and visit you in Lima.
Thank you.
Mi nuevo amiga.
Sí.
Ciao.
Ciao.